Hi, everybody. This is Letty Patino once again with my 22-a-day challenge. Today, I have my friend Charlie with me. I'm just going to have him introduce himself and give us a little bit of background as to his time in the service. Charlie, you want to go ahead and give everybody your name, where you're from, and when you served or how long you served?
Hi, everyone. My name's Charlie Rattley. I'm originally from North Carolina, but out here living in California. And I joined the Marine Corps, and I served for 13 years.
13 years in the Marine Corps. And what was one of your main responsibilities in the Marine Corps?
One of my main responsibilities was taking care of the Marines. You had to make sure that they stayed on track and they did what they were supposed to do. You got to realize you're dealing with young adults, so they kind of don't know where they are or where they're going. So once I became a non-commissioned officer, and that's when you gain the title to lead Marines, I took that on as a huge responsibility because I was in their shoes once before too. And it's those good NCOs that stand out to you that help guide Marines onto the right path. So that was one of the jobs that I liked a lot.
Thank you. If you could, I guess, what would you say was your biggest takeaway as far as your time in the service? What has been the most impactful thing in your life from your time in the service?
The most impactful thing I took away from the Marine Corps is the things I saw around the world. We get complacent and comfortable living in our own bubble and thinking that everything, revolves around us when it doesn't. And, I've always said this, everybody has their right to complain about what they want to complain about. But if you could get outside of your bubble and go see the rest of the world and go see other issues besides your own, you'll probably sit back and think that, you know what, my life's not too bad. It's not that bad. That's the one thing, because I've we have poverty here in the United States, but I've seen some true poverty in some other countries, and we really don't have it that bad here in America. But it takes for people to go out and see that.
It really does. Now I'm sure you've had in 13 years in the service and the amount of men and women that you've worked with. I guess what would be the best advice that you could give to them coming out of the service and coming back home and trying to acclimate to living back in the States?
I would say take your time. When you're in the military, everything's hurry up and wait, and you're rushing to do everything and getting everything done right away and fast. But it's a transition period, just like us veterans that were in the military the first time. We had to adjust going in. It's the same way. You just reverse it. You have to adjust going out. Things aren't going to be the same. People are not going to understand everything like you understand it. So you have to take your time with people and take time with yourself to realize that you're not in the military anymore. So I think acknowledging that fact will help a lot of military people, because it is hard. It was hard for me. It took me almost a year to adjust from being in the military to being out. And, frustrations come, and, you get upset with your family because you think they don't know what you're talking about. So you just got to be patient and take your time.
Yeah. And, and I understand it's hard because at the end of the day, as civilians, we really don't understand. I mean, we weren't living there. We didn't go through what you guys went through. Mm-hmm. So it's hard as a civilian to understand where you're coming from.
Yes.
So it's, I guess would you say that it's important to maintain some sort of a connection to other people that would understand, like to maybe keep a connection with other service members and other veterans? And
yeah, most definitely, it is good. I've got buddies from when I first joined I still talk to. Those memories and those experiences that you go through, they'll never go away. They're ingrained in your memory, and you know, the good and the bad. And to talk to somebody that kind of knows where you're coming from, it helps out a lot. It really does. I've even found myself going to groups, some group counseling, and talking with other service members, and it's just good to get it off your chest and get it out. Anything that's you know bothering you at the time. So it's really good to stay connected with other service members. Most definitely.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep it short, but I thank you so much for taking the time, for your service first of all, and for taking the time to do this interview with me and poke into the world of Charlie. So
yeah, no problem.
You have a very good night, and thank you so much for your time.
You too.